السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله
آتي محمد بعث الله. الحمد لله رب العالمين، حمدا لله حمدا طيبا كثيرا مباركا فيه كما ينبغي لجلال وجهه وعظيم سلطانه. يا رب لك الحمد على نعمة الإسلام، ولك الحمد على نعمة الإيمان. نستغفرك ونتوب إليك ونسألك أن تغفر لنا في هذه الساعة أجمعين، وأن تهدينا سواء السبيل. وأصلي وأسلم على رسول الله محمد بن عبد الله صلوات الله وسلامه عليه، المرسل للعالمين كافة بشيرا ونذيرا. وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم إن زلزلة الساعة شيء عظيم، يوم ترونها تذهل كل مرضعة عما أرضعت، وتضع كل ذات حمل حملها، وترى الناس سكارى وما هم بسكارى ولكن عذاب الله شديد. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. Dear brothers and sisters, I pray to Allah to make this hour an hour of response to our dua, inshallah. So please make dua to yourself and to your family and to our community, inshallah, and to the world in general. May Allah accept your dua and my dua, inshallah. I would like to share with you today in this khutbah a few thoughts about the interpersonal character and the intrapersonal character. Intra refers to yourself. Inter means with other people. So the character that relates to you as an individual and the character that relates to you in relationship with other people. And we want to examine how the Quran views these two characters, how they should drive our actions in life. Some important aspects of our life. And perhaps as an introduction, it would help to understand our role in life. I have a philosophy class with our students in the high school, and we normally start this class with an important question. Why are we here? What is the purpose? You all sitting here, mashallah. You all work in the downtown in a way or another. What's our job in this world? And the typical answer is the verse, وَمَا خَلَقَتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ. I created the jinn and the ends for nothing but to worship me. But the issue here is defining the word worship, لِيَعْبُدُونَ. And here comes the difference between people who really appreciate deep knowledge and people who just want to do anything, and both are fine. However, when we look at the job that Allah wants us to do in life, we should really examine the first time Allah put Adam on earth. As Allah described to us in Surah Al-Baqarah, وَإِذْ قَالَ رَبُّكَ لِلْمَلَائِكَةِ إِنِّي جَاعِلٌ فِي الْأَرْضِ خَلِيفَةً قالوا أتجعل فيها من يفسد فيها ويسفك الدماء ونحن نسبح بحمدك ونقدس لك قال إني أعلم ما لا تعلمون وعلم آدم الأسماء كلها, to the end of this passage. Allah tells the angels, I will put a Khalifa on earth, and the angels wonder, why are you going to put someone who is going to shed blood and spread corruption? And Allah tells him, I know what you know not. And then he taught Adam the tools to go into the earth and do his job or her job as a Khalifa. So definitely, Allah sent us for a purpose. And that purpose is to be the Khalifa of Allah. So what does the Khalifa do? The one who acts on behalf of Allah on earth. That's the issue. With that illustration in mind, then our job as human beings is to act on behalf of Allah. For ourselves and the people around us. It's our job to make the earth the best place to live in. For humans, for animals, for birds, plants. And we have enough evidence in the seerah and the sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ how much we care about plantation. ما قطعتم من لينة أو تركتموها قائمة على أصولها فبإذن الله. When the mushriks, attack the Muslims, you cutting the plants, and you say that you don't cut plants. Allah sent this verse to tell them that was by the permission of Allah, and you didn't really cut the trunk of the tree, you cut the fruits. The tree itself would stay to bring fruits after that, years after years. That's just an example. Then our job is really to make everybody in this life comfortable. Lead their lives in a wonderful way, in a good way. And that's why a Muslim engineer, for example, looks at things differently. A Muslim doctor would look at things differently. This is my job. Whether I get paid or not, it doesn't matter. As Dhul Qarnayn was carrying out that message on earth, and he was going from the sun, where the sun rises to the sun sits, حتى إذا بلغ مغرب الشمس, and then حتى إذا بلغ مطلع الشمس, is helping people. And when they asked him, هل نجعل لك خرجا على أن تجعل بيننا وبينهم سدا? Should we pay you for the services you're offering us to protect us against the people who are attacking us? قال ما مكني فيه ربي خير فأعينوني بقوة أجعل بينكم وبينهم ردما. No, what Allah gave me is better. What are you going to pay me? So help me to help you. What a concept. What a way to look at things. With that vision in mind, it's very important for us to understand some of the following concepts. When we look to the models, when the Muslims were ready to go to Medina, Allah sent them models. And these models are well documented in the Quran. Especially a few years before they migrated, say the 11th and the 10th, 11th, 12th year, Allah was preparing the Muslims for the Khilafah, for being the Khalifa. And Allah gave them, say, what you do when you migrate. So the Surah Al-Kahf, for example. And when you examine Surah Al-Kahf, the second part of it, you will see that model clear in what Al-Abd Salih was teaching Musa. And what Dhul Qarnayn, as I said, was doing. So when you look at it, think about it with me. What is that Al-Abd Salih did? Think about the actions that he did. Was it for himself or was it for others? And the answer is obvious. He was teaching Musa alayhi salam how to help others, how to weigh consequences. Teaching him life is not black and white, but you got to help. And all the examples that we have seen was to help others. أما السفينة فكانت لمساكين يعملون في البحر فأردت أن أعيبها. The ship, for example, was for poor people and it belonged to them. So I wanted to make a hole in it so that the unjust king would not take it. Helping others. وأما الجدار فكان لغلامين يتيمين في المدينة وكان تحته كنز لهم. 2 orphans who had something, a treasure hidden under the wall, helped them. In other words, he was doing all of that to help. And then after that comes the example of Dhul Qarnayn. Giving knowledge, like alhamdulillah, all of us are given knowledge and helping in the country and helping the society in different capacities. Look into what he was doing. Going east and west, helping people. What a model. What an important model. The interpersonal character is very important. Much more important than the intrapersonal character where you build yourself. I'm honest, I'm sincere, I'm dedicated, I have no shirk, on and on and on. That's for yourself. The rest is for others. Look into Yusuf alayhi salam. Helping Egypt. Did not have his same religion as his religion. But yet, he was helping them. As Dhul Qarnayn did not ask, what's your religion? Yusuf did not ask, what's the religion of the country? I'm going to help anyway. What a way to look at things and to build that mentality of, I'm going to offer help regardless of who's in front of me. Anybody, with no discrimination. I'm going to help everybody. Wherever I go, I'm going to extend my hand of help. I just assigned my students one of the examples of tazkiyah, how you would go about helping others. So I asked them, help, if you are asked to help, what would come higher than that? And he said, help, even if they don't ask you to help. What an example, higher level than just ask when you to help when you are asked to help. Now you're helping even if they don't ask. You see somebody who wants to help, you help. What would be a higher level than that? Just think about it. It's even difficult to think at a higher level. But one of my students in 11th grade or 10th grade said, help even though they don't want you to help. What an example. Ibrahim, mashallah, was wonderful, thinking child, because we teach our children to elevate themselves. Sometimes people, out of arrogance, out of ego, they don't want you to help. Go and help them. What a way to look at things. And yet, a higher level than that is to help just in case they need help. Like Rabi'a ibn Ka'b al-Aslami stands by the door of the Prophet ﷺ. After Salatul Isha, he goes and stands by the door until he says, my feet cannot carry me anymore. So I fall asleep, or I just drag my feet to Ahlul Sufa to sleep with them. And there. So he was standing on the door of the Prophet ﷺ just in case he needs help. What a model for all of us. During the flood, somebody here in the city who's not a Muslim was helping other people. And he had his truck, big truck, and he helping the people just in case. He's standing with his truck just in case somebody needs help. And he comes to me, he needed help, he helped me. Didn't ask a question. Didn't ask, what's your religion or what's your background? Anything. He was ready to help anybody. Same with us. We elevate ourselves in terms of helping others and living ourselves for others. The Prophet ﷺ never lived for himself. What a wonderful example for all of us. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help us all examine our lives and run it according to the sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ. ادعوا الله وأنتم موقنون بالإجابة. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين سيدنا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Dear brothers, I talked to you before about Surah Al-Ma'un and how Al-Ma'un, Surah Al-Ma'un defined for us the deen. Have you seen the one who belies the deen? Who's the one who belies the deen? The one who belies the deen, does not understand the deen, is the one who doesn't offer help to other people, especially the yatim and the miskin. فَذَلِكَ الَّذِي يَدُعُّ الْيَتِيمَ وَلَا يَحُضُّ عَلَى طَعَامِ الْمِسْكِينِ. So really the definition comes at the end of the Quran to define for us the meaning of the deen. No traditional definition. The one that really understands the spirit of Islam. My question to you, which is a very important question, why Al-Ma'un, which means help, doesn't have a minimum? We know zakah has a minimum. You know, if you have a money, for example, stays without being used for 1 year, you pay 2.5%. Zakah is not an obligation on the poor. But why Al-Ma'un have no minimum limit? Think about it. Because Allah wants that spirit to be in everyone, whether you are rich or poor, it doesn't matter. You help. Help clean. Help somebody with a cup of water. In fact, you know, I was visit overseas and I just observed things while I was in Egypt. And I visited my friends, visited everybody. It was a while before I went to Egypt. And then I noticed that people's houses are very clean. But when we went out, nothing is clean. Trash is everywhere. You drive, everybody's selfish. Nobody cares about the others. It's a battle to drive in Egypt. I don't know how people manage to do that. It's not happening in Egypt alone, it's happening everywhere in the Muslim world. So I wondered, you know, I even went to pray, and then Salatul Jumu'ah, after the Jumu'ah, I had a tissue, so I wanted to throw it away. And I couldn't find a trash bag or a trash can in the masjid. Of course, it could be an isolated case. Other masjids may have it. It's not a general case. But our mentality has to change. I look, and then I ask the imam, where is the trash can? He says, I don't have a trash can. Throw it outside. But, you know, you wonder and you may laugh at this, but look at us. Worse than that. In many of our Islamic centers, we have big trash cans everywhere, but we choose not to use the trash cans. Which one is worse? The one who chooses not to use the trash can could be even worse than the one who doesn't have a trash can. As I said, you know, it could be other places has the trash cans and so on. But just an example that shows us how we have the intrapersonal, but we lack the interpersonal. We care about our houses, we care beautiful houses, clean houses, but when we go to the street, something else. Because nobody has that mentality of caring for others while you are outside. While the Prophet ﷺ says, أَعْطُوا الطَّرِيقَ حَقَّهُ, for example. Give the road its right. Clean. Make the place clean. إِمَاطَةُ الْأَذَى عَنِ الطَّرِيقِ صَدَقَةً. And on and on. That's what our deen is. And that's what we have in our deen. Even when you think about it, when you die, what is going to be left? The things that you did for others. انقطع عمله إلا من ثلاث. صدقة جارية. صدق, continuous charity. Not for you, but for other people. What you did for others override what you did for yourself. صدقة جارية. أو علم ينتفع به, as Imam Muslim said in Sahih Muslim. Or a knowledge that benefit others. Not a knowledge that benefit others. Or waladun salihun, he prepared other people and his own children dead for others. May Allah enable us to see that vision of Islam and see how Islam cares about yourself, but about others before yourself. اللهم اغفر للمسلمين والمسلمات الأحياء منهم والأموات. ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا أو أخطأنا. ربنا ولا تحمل علينا إصرا كما حملته على الذين من قبلنا. ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به. واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا. أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين. اللهم تقبلنا في جندك الصادقين واسلكنا في حزبك الغالبين. اللهم اجعل القرآن العظيم ربيع قلوبنا ونور صدورنا وجلاء أحزاننا وذهاب همنا وغمنا. اللهم علمنا منه ما جهلنا وذكرنا منه ما نسينا وارزقنا تلاوته على الوجه الذي يرضيك عنا. اللهم اجعله لنا في الدنيا منهاجا ودستورا وفي الآخرة شفيعا ونورا وإلى الجنة دليلا. ربنا اغفر لنا ولإخواننا الذين سبقونا بالإيمان ولا تجعل في قلوبنا غلا للذين آمنوا ربنا إنك رؤوف رحيم. ربنا اجعلنا مقيم الصلاة ومن ذرياتنا ربنا وتقبل دعاء. ربنا اغفر لنا ولوالدينا وللمؤمنين يوم يقوم الحساب. وصل اللهم على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم وأقم الصلاة.